Welcome back, guys. Part 2, where I'm doing the versus here, the comparison video between the Sennheiser PC360s and the HD595s. I thought I might just do a quick setup video showing you guys how I hook this stuff up, just in case you were wondering how I got the results I did. So first off, let's hook the DSS here up to the PC360s. Now I'm going to just be using the PC360s in this setup. I'm not going to set up both headsets because I think that's going to be a little redundant here. So we're going to hook the PC360s up to the DSS here. In order to get this thing working, it's pretty easy. Of course, you need two things. You need to supply it with power and an audio signal. So to do that, we're going to use the USB to power it up, and we're going to be using the optical here to supply it with an audio signal, and that will supply with a true digital signal. That's exactly what we're looking for. Now what we're left with is a headphone output, and that we're going to be using the headphone jack here off the PC360, obviously plugging it right into there. Now we're left with the microphone here. So in order to use the DSS with a microphone, you can do one of two things. The one I commonly do more often is use my Xbox Connect, which is right there. I use that for my microphone mainly because it works well, and when you're using a headset, you don't have any sound coming through the TV or your receiver. So the only sound that the Connect is getting fed is from your voice. So it makes a pretty useful microphone when you're using something like this Turtle Beach DSS. So if you don't have the Xbox Connect, the way you would have to hook this headset up to the DSS or your Xbox, for that matter, would be to run out to your mailbox after you ordered this piece off of eBay. This little adapter here cost me like $3. Unfortunately it's made in China, so it takes about 2 weeks to get. But once you get that, you're just plugging this right into the bottom of your controller, and what that does is it allows you to hook up pretty much any microphone that you want to your controller. So that works out nicely for what we need it to do here. So yeah, that's hooking the DSS up to your PC360s here. So that's the setup, and let's move right along into setting up the MixAmp. Alright, here we go. We got the MixAmp here. Now, same thing goes for this. We have a optical in that we're going to be using to hook it up to the 360, and we have USB to power it. So obviously we're going to hook your optical in here, spin it around, there we go, and then your USB will power it on. So now we have juice. Now we're left with this adapter here. Now, this little adapter here that they supply, this gets hooked right into your headset. On the other side of this MixAmp, this side says headset, the other side is 2.5mm jack, and that says controller. So we're going to plug this adapter here into the headset side, and once we do that, this gives us the input and output that we need to hook our PC360s to it. So We hooked the mic into the mic, and then we hooked the headset into the headset. And now that's that. Now we're left with hooking the MixAmp up to our controller. And once we do this, one end into the MixAmp, and then the other end into your controller. So now we have the MixAmp hooked up to the 360 and hooked to our Sennheiser PC360s. So yep, that's the setup, guys. Yeah, hopefully it was useful. That's how I set it up to get the results I did. Stay tuned. We're doing the frequency test next. And yeah, got a couple videos after that. It's going to be, I think, a 4 or 5 part review. So stay tuned, watch them all, and hopefully you guys learn something. Peace, guys.